Good day. I'm having a walk real quick. The pest control guy came to spray around the place from Tricard, and I'm not really comfortable being around there with pest control spraying chemicals and dealing with any of it, or just the term pest control, because of some of the things I encountered down at the apartments with the other pest control people. Amy asked, why did they spray right around your door like that? I don't know. All those spiders showed up and stuff, so I don't know. I don't know. They said that they had to do it because the other neighbor did, so they kind of got forced into it. Steve's doing it. But I don't know what I feel about it. My energy and my intuition told me just go out and go for a walk. So I told the guy, did you knock on the door? Nobody answered. Oh, okay, well, what is your procedure going to do? And he told me, I said, okay, well, just give me a minute. I'm going to go ahead and leave, and then you do your procedure, because nothing to do with me. So I'm going to go check my mail. And this is why I'm making the post right now. It's that, so I'm going to check my mail. What should be in there is 2 checks from Veridian. So Veridian management called me, accounting, and wanted to give me these checks. And I said, I don't have any checks coming. I wasn't living there in October and November because I was ripped out of my apartment. When I typed in the name Don Yates, the cops came and ripped me out my apartment without the manager or the maintenance man knowing they were going to do it. And at least the manager didn't know for sure that it was going to happen. They ripped me out of my apartment, and that was October. So they collected money for the next 2 months. Veridian Management, which is either Beaver State or Willow Villa, whichever one they go under, collected money. And so these are the check evidence of it. They're sending me these checks. I said, okay, well, go ahead and send those checks to me. I'll make sure they get on evidence, because they're not my checks. I didn't live there. If I cash those checks, then I'm fraudulently cashing checks saying that I lived there when I didn't live there. But anyway, I didn't want him to send them to me. I mean, it would be wrong of him to even send them to me. Well, I have them, and I have to send them to you. So anyway, I'm going to go get them, and then I'm going to go turn them in to the government, I guess, next. So I'm walking to the post office, and hopefully these checks are in there, and I'm going to go turn them into the government after that. So anyway, I just want that update to be known. If anyone knows who I should give those to. My phone number is 971-901-2414. Call me. Maybe the network will allow you to talk to me, or text me. Texting works really good. I love to text rather than phone calls anyway. So text 971-901-2414 if you know anybody that wants to help defend, can help me get these to the right person, these 2 checks that show that somebody collected on my name for 2 months that I wasn't in that apartment. Okay? And that's what's going to show. I'll update. Okay, everyone. I'm okay. Otherwise, I really miss my kids. I'm doing some refining today. That entails, like you gotta bring your material down to a real fine, and then I pre-clean right now because the setup I'm doing is I gotta do a real good pre-clean. But anyway, these are the nugget pieces that are coming out of my material, and then anyway, I did a good job collecting, so I'm just working it. It takes a while. I'm working a real small, little miniature, little setup, so it's slow and steady, but I am earning what I need for my future, and I am working. I'm not lazy, and I'm not crazy. We are the people Utah. Keep up with that. Department of Justice is doing a lot of indictments, and they're for bad things. They're for pedophilia, and they're for fraud, and they're for targeting like your own family and stuff. Julian Dory, look up Julian Dory. Look up Ironclad. That should keep you up to date on some things. Always go and see what the White House is doing every day. That kind of help you too, to find out what you want to hear directly from Kash Patel, and you want to hear directly from Trump. So watch I think Real America's Voice. Pretty accurate. There's actually an app you can get for that. They're pretty accurate. Listen, Trump does want to get the pedophilia. He even though there's medicine and shit involved, he still wants to get the sick pedophilias. It's one thing for medicine, it's one thing for perversion, right? I don't know. I don't know how this plays out. But I miss my children so much. And they targeted me the other day. They left me. So Amy and I go for a walk. We're underneath that little clock park. And they have my boys walk by me on the tracks coming from the mill. What the fuck were my boys doing on the tracks of the mill? Good thing I didn't move an inch and get up off my butt at the moment, even though I just said, Amy, stop, freeze, right? Don't do anything, right? As they walk by and they cover their ears to hear me or talk to me, right? Because they can't talk to me. But if I would have stood up, they were probably waiting to get me, right? So who took my kids down to the mill or the storage unit to have them walk down the railroad tracks? Where were they coming from? The mill. My boys have never been down towards that mill, except for the one time Joe and I followed the white Ford that tried to run me down in 2017 that was working at the mill, that lives up above the corner store. Just up in those little apartments, little white Ford. Those small trucks, you know, they can fit girls in them really quick and easy. Anyway, listen, it's a big group. It's a big bad group. So we'll get through it. I believe God's got me. I believe I was handpicked for this program because I was strong enough to endure it and I could accept and I can go on. I'm unashamed of myself because I'm not a bad person. Anyway, everybody take care. I'm almost to the post office. Nice walking with you. Love y'all.